Hey, what's happening to you guys? Extreme Plus Sonic here and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing a little bit of a Dragon Ball Super discussion, and this is in regard to the difference between Super Saiyan God and Super Saiyan Blue. Now there's been a lot of debate, a lot of people talking about which one of those forms is actually stronger and what exactly is the Super Saiyan God transformation. So in this video, what I'm going to be doing is that I'm going to be giving you guys my own thoughts, my own theories as to the difference between Super Saiyan God and Super Saiyan Blue. Now I actually wrote a blog about this a couple of days ago, but I decided to make a video about it so I can flesh out my ideas more, and just because I've learned a lot more about the transformation when I first wrote that blog, so I want to, I guess, flesh it out a little bit. So yeah, let's start off with Super Saiyan God. So with Super Saiyan God, we all know that to achieve that transformation, you've had to have 6 righteous Saiyans who will transfer their energy to, or ki to be more exact, to one particular Saiyan, and that Saiyan will in turn become Super Saiyan God. And the signature, I guess, look for the Super Saiyan God is that the person will have red hair. Now if you guys remember back when Shenron was explaining the Super Saiyan God transformation to the Z fighters, the silhouette that was shown to us also had a red figure around them. So just keep that in mind as we go on to this. So during the fight with Beerus, Beerus claimed that Goku forced him to use almost all of his powers, and because of that statement, a lot of people have believed that Super Saiyan God is in fact stronger than Super Saiyan Blue, because back in Resurrection of Earth, it was said that even if Goku and Vegeta were to have worked together or something like that, they would have a chance against Beerus, but individually they still wouldn't stand a chance against Beerus. And the fact that Goku made that statement as, I have learned to tap into the Super Saiyan God powers and now I'm using it to enhance my Super Saiyan transformation, a lot of people have thought that maybe he hasn't actually achieved the full, I guess, capability of the transformation, but that I don't actually believe that. What I believe is that Goku has reached that level where he has mastered the same exact level as Super Saiyan God, but instead of using all of that God Ki power, he's just taking as much as he needs to amplify his own powers. Now a lot of people also thought that in order to achieve Super Saiyan God, or at least to know what it feels like to have God Ki, you would have to go through the ritual. But the one thing that contradicts all of that is Vegeta. Vegeta's clearly stated in both the movie and in the anime and in the manga that he will not go through the ritual because he wants to achieve the power on his own. Now that led me to come up with my own theory as to the difference between Super Saiyan God and Super Saiyan Blue. And the difference is that the transformation, the color, represents how you have achieved the power. So if your hair is red, it means that you went through the traditional way of Super Saiyan God transformation. You used 6 righteous Saiyans to help you achieve this godly power. But if your hair is blue, that means you achieved that power using solitude. I mean, you trained on your own. Obviously with Goku and Vegeta, they both trained with each other, but technically they both used their own ki, mastered it, I guess, learned how to control their ki in a much more refined way, and thus has helped them achieve Super Saiyan God. But in the terms of them, they're calling it Super Saiyan Blue, which is a huge confusion in some people's case. But so that's what I think is the difference between Super Saiyan God and Super Saiyan Blue. It's not necessarily the power, it's just the way it was achieved. That's my theory, that's really my own theory. And here's some of the evidence I'm using to back this up. Now, like I said before, Beerus claimed that he went full powered against Goku. Goku forced him to use all of his power. But I don't believe that, because one, if Beerus were to have actually used all of his power, if he claimed, Beerus has shown to have lied several times throughout the series, saying things but telling with another thing in his mind. Like, Beerus isn't telling the truth all the time, so there's no way for us to actually guarantee the fact that he told Goku the truth. And if he really did use all of his power, he should have been exhausted just as much as Goku should have been. I mean, he should have been out of breath. He shouldn't have been able to recover, get up, walk around, all of that stuff. And essentially, he shouldn't be doing any of that stuff if he really used all of his power. Now, a lot of people said that, the signs of Beerus using all of his power is that he fell asleep in the middle of destroying Earth. But as you guys saw later on, he woke up and he pretended to have fallen asleep because he doesn't want to tarnish his reputation as the god of destruction. He doesn't want to destroy the image of, oh, the god of destruction has actually shown mercy. So he pretended to fall asleep. Even Wiz called him out on it. He's like, oh, so you pretended to fall asleep? It's like, he's not telling the truth. He hasn't used his full power. But as Goku obviously went up and beyond because he just had to do everything in his power to protect the Earth and to prove that he is able to compete with the god of destruction. Now, and that's one of my reasons as to why I believe that Beerus did not use his full power in that fight. He never did. He always had full control of his situation, and even when the universe was about to be shattered, he obviously just used enough power to control the situation but not overdo it. Another point is that, like I said, with the backflash of Shenron showed a Saiyan who was engulfed in a red aura, similar to how Goku was when he first transformed into a Super Saiyan God. Therefore, kind of giving me the indication that if you go through the ritual, you will transform into the red-haired Super Saiyan God. And that's that. Now, another thing is that that makes the transformation a little bit more different is that the fact that Vegeta never went through the transformation. So the fact that people are saying that you have to feel the God key in order to access the God power is not necessarily true because Vegeta did not go to the ritual. He has absolutely no idea what God key felt like, but he did train his key. He did really control his key in order for him to transform into the Super Saiyan Blue. Now, there's only one thing that that's kind of out of the equation, is that in the last episode of Dragon Ball Super, both Goku and Vegeta were transported into this, I guess, other realm, or we don't know what it is. It could be another version of the hyperbolic time chamber that was giving them enough time for them to master the Super Saiyan God transformation, because that would explain, how fast these guys have mastered that kind of a power level. Like, the time span, 6 to 4 months, is not really enough for anyone to master the Super Saiyan God transformation, in my opinion. So, if the different realm that these two have been transported to is like a hyperbolic time chamber, that will give them enough time to master the Super Saiyan God transformation and move on. Now, here's how I see the Super Saiyan God Blue. The Super Saiyan God Blue essentially is just the name, but the power itself is like these two now have access to the God key. It's kind of like when you think about Naruto and his, Kurama state or Byuji state. He has the Nine Tails energy at his disposal anytime, and he is able to access that energy and amplify his own chakra. So use that, I guess, method and apply it to the Super Saiyan God transformation. Goku has his regular key and he still has the God key, so whenever he wants, he could cipher some of the God key and apply it to his own key. Therefore, literally becoming God, but with still his own key into it. Hopefully that makes any sense. So right now, even if Goku were to be in his normal state, he could still draw some God key energy and still maintain his hair being, the regular Goku hair, but instead of being black, it will probably be blue. So that is my theory on this. That's kind of where I'm coming at. The Super Saiyan God transformation, they are both the same in terms of the power. In the movies, obviously, Super Saiyan God Goku used almost all of his power because that was the first time he's ever actually transformed into such a powerful transformation. But in Dragon Ball Resurrection of F, he only used his own Super Saiyan key, but amplified it with some of the God key he has inherited through the training, thus giving him the power of a god. So that's my theory on it. I don't believe that Super Saiyan God and Super Saiyan... No, sorry. I don't believe Super Saiyan God is more powerful than Super Saiyan Blue and vice versa. I think they're just the exact same in terms of power level, but the hair color symbolizes how you've achieved that transformation. That is my theory. I've been wanting to explain this. I've been wanting to talk about it for quite some time. I just want to make sure that I understood it myself before I obviously went out and talked about it. So, once again, let's just recap, just to make sure. Once again, with just some of the stuff I've picked up. Once again, Beerus never used his full power. Everyone who keeps saying that Beerus used his power, he never used his full power, because if he really did, he should be exhausted. 2, he pretended to have fallen asleep due to the exhaustion, he pretended that he was exhausted and fell asleep so that he wouldn't be seen as a god who doesn't go by his words by other people. He needed to maintain his reputation as the god of destruction. 2, Vegeta really contradicts everything when it comes to the god key power, because Goku was able to harness his power because he has experienced what it was like to go to God mode, I guess, but Vegeta never did. So what is God key actually, to be honest, really, because it just feels like a more refined key that has to be. It's like everyone, think of this, everyone's key is coal, really, it's just coal, but some people have learned to refine it in such a way that it becomes diamond. That's really how I'm seeing the God key. It's not really God power, it's just a really, really powerful and really refined key that has the essence that is, I don't know, it's really just like coal, taking coal, refining it and producing diamond. That is really how I'm seeing this. But anyway, guys, that is my theory on it. Let me know what you guys think. If you have your own theory, if you think I've said something that doesn't really make sense, please let me know in the comment section below. And obviously, back your stuff up with some evidence that you've seen in the anime or manga or movie, whatever, because really, you can't really call the anime canon and the movie not canon, because they're both technically canon stuff. They're both technically produced by Akira Toriyama, so it's really complicated. And this is gonna go on for quite some time, where people will believe that either Super Saiyan God is more powerful than Super Saiyan Blue, or Super Saiyan Blue is more powerful than Super Saiyan God. Like, I can understand when people say Super Saiyan Blue is more powerful, because it technically just looks like a continuation of Super Saiyan God. But in my opinion, I believe that they are both the exact same in terms of power levels when they were first introduced. It's just that now, after the resurrection of F, we will see Goku and Vegeta push their newly found God key to a whole new level, and that it just explains everything, really. I mean, that's just my theory anyway, guys. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace. To be the most overused character in this game, I can already see it. I'm gonna use it. Like, I don't know, fuck, I'm just gonna use the character. She looks amazing. What else did we see? What else? Oh my goodness, when Naruto and Sasuke were dashing at Madara, yo, the facial expression, these niggas